YouTube. Okay, this time it only took me like 3 minutes or 4 minutes to get this thing to work. Because my goodness gracious, what the what? All right, so I'm gonna still tweak this thing while I give some people a chance to jump on because I know I didn't give you guys much notice today. Sorry. Time flew. Wasn't quite ready. Time flew, and these things happen. So I'm going to, what am I gonna do? Hi people, how are you? My hair is wet. I just showered quickly because, like I said, time flew by and I was like, oh my gosh, I better hurry up and get on here. So yeah, this is gonna be a good news stream today. We're not going there. You know what I'm talking about. We're not going there. Can someone please let me know? Hi, Puerto Plata. Can someone please let me know if you can see me clearly? I really hope so. As you can see, I'm outside on my patio today. It is beautiful here. Hola, hola, hola. Sexy pirate. Let me tell you about this. This is like to tie down my hair because as you can see, it's I just got out of the shower. And it's wet and I didn't want to like explode. But anyway, try to make it work. Try to give you a little gypsy feel. So how is the transmission? Is it all? Oh, awesome! It's clear. Finally. Oh, praise the heavens above. This is huge. You guys know this is a big deal, right? Okay, so I was gonna try to hook up my phone so I could. I don't need to though because everything's working. So that's awesome. Okay, so how is everybody? How are you guys? I have to tell you, I feel really, really good. And this is the only thing I'm going to say about that other stuff, you know what I'm talking about, because the world's going bananas, right? And so, you know, I just did a video a couple days ago about the state of that in this country. I'm not even going to mention it specifically, but I will tell you that yesterday, just yesterday, this is the only thing I'm going to say, someone that I know who apparently is connected to people in high places said there is going to be additional information coming out tomorrow, which is a lot less optimistic than what I shared. And the reason that they're waiting until tomorrow is because the elections are happening today. If you watch that last video where I mentioned the name of the thing that is unmentionable today, I said that last month in the country, there were supposed to have been elections. They actually, you know, had the booths open, but there was something with the voting machines, and they had apparently people said they'd been tampered with, so you can only vote for one party, and it was a whole huge thing. Political mess, corruption was, you know, declared, all this. So today is the makeup day for the new elections. So apparently the government is waiting to announce all of the not great news until after the election. So much like what the rest of the world is experiencing, the chances are that we are going to have some of those same announcements and changes happening here starting tomorrow. I've heard a little bit of rumblings about it. And as I said, someone told me specifically that he knows somebody who knows, you know, one of those things, and that's what's supposed to happen. That's all I'm saying because I don't want to focus on that. Can you see where I am? Can you guys see the beauty out there? It's never as clear. Like if I step out of the frame, you see the blue skies? It is gorgeous. Yeah, so thank you very much, Quad Comparator, but I won't be commenting. So what I will be talking about, though, is the fact that it is beautiful here. I don't know where you guys are in the world. Feel free to like chime in. I know we have Puerto Plata, north part of this country, but if you're in another part of the world, I'd love to know where you are. I'd love to know what it looks like there today. I spoke to my mother in Northern California earlier. She said it was pouring down raining, which it has been doing here on and off for quite a while. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I really want to focus on what's going right, on what's good, because there's a lot. And this time period that we're all in now, we're all kind of going through these changes and lots of wondering and different thoughts people are having. It's a tremendous opportunity to do great things. It's a great opportunity. Many of us will be home for a lot of time coming up. You may have children who will be at home. You may have other family members who will be at home, or people that you know, coworkers, what have you. And so it's a fantastic Compton. Awesome. Glad to hear it. I'm really glad to hear that. My best friend's from Compton, actually. In fact, if you're there now, you might, if you check out ABC News, Leslie Sykes. It's my girl, the anchor. It's my longtime girlfriend. It's my son's godmother, the whole bit. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, I was saying it's a great time to take care of some things that ordinarily you might not be able to do. So, I mean, you could do like the mundane, although it's useful. Like, if you need to finally clean out that closet, here's your chance, right? If you need to finally, practice the new recipe, there are those kinds of things you can do, but you can also just spend some like downtime, right? How many people were always like wishing they could work remotely or wishing they had more time to just relax at home, whatever it is. Now is the time, you guys. It's a fantastic opportunity. You wanted to have more time to begin to create some new business or tinker with something in your garage or whatever, catch up on writing back to people. Now is the time. It's an awesome time. For those of you who may be considering online businesses, because of course, it's like online community is going to go bananas right now. It's a fantastic time to do it. I'm going to give you a little tip right up front. Only 6 minutes in, I'm going to give you a tip. I'm working on something else as well. And there are, you may not know, online services for people. So, there are things like TaskRabbit, I guess, for people who will come to your house and, clean out your closets, whatever. That may not be what you want to do right now, potentially. But there are also things like people who can create documents for you or create a website for you or any kind of online service like that. Data processing. I don't know a lot about that stuff, but those are the kinds of things you can do now. I'm going to give you 2 websites. Yeah, that I know of just off the top of my head because I was looking at both of them today. There's plenty of them out there. All you have to do is Google online freelance services, and there's a bunch that'll pop up. And you can decide for what your needs are, what you think is best. The one that I was referred to that I also looked at is called Fiverr. That's with 2 R's, Fiverr.com. And you can go on there. I think that's like a lot of word processing, like if you need your resume redone, if any of those kinds of things. There are people on there. There's so many people on there, and there are probably going to be many more now who are offering those services often for very little money, right? I've seen some stuff. One person was like $5 an hour, $8 an hour. Some of them do it by page or by project. And so it's a great time, whether you need a service to be done, like you don't want to have to type that big funky document. You don't want to have to translate something, or you need something translated, especially those of you who are interested in some foreign living or foreign travel or investment. Great time to check that stuff out. But if you want to provide a service, if you know you can type like lightning, or you're really good at coding, or I don't know, you guys, you know what you can do, get on it. Now, I will say that Fiverr, I found out today, charges a 20% commission for every project, which I don't like. I feel like that's really, really high because there's so many people who are using that platform. They don't need 20%. They could take 5% or 10 and still make a whole bunch of money. So I didn't like that. For the sake of the people who are doing the work, I was looking for someone to perform a service for me. And so I didn't like the fact that if I pay a person $100, they're only going to get 80. I mean, I appreciate somebody built the platform, but come on. There's like so many people on that platform. But so there's another service called Guru, just like the guy on the mountaintop, right? Guru.com. You can check that one out. Apparently, they only take 6% commission. Huge difference, right? And so I believe in paying the person who's doing the work for you, right? Why are we going to try to take that person's money? I mean, especially now when people, hi, Jackson, mwah, especially for Jackson. There are people now who are going to be very much relying on any type of extra income they can make if they're stuck in their houses. And so I'm not feeling comfortable about giving an extra, what would that be, 14% commission, just because somebody, these tech people who are already overpaid, in my opinion. I'm from the Bay Area. I know how much money these people are making and, how it messed up the economy in the San Francisco Bay Area. They don't need all that money, so pay it to the people who are actually doing the work and who need it. I'm like the underdog fan. So that's one of my tips I have for you today. And it's a great time to explore those things. And even if you don't feel like you need anything right now, or you don't have a service necessarily that you could provide right now, you may just want to take a look at some of what those offerings are online. And it may stimulate you to go, hey, you know what? That's a good idea. Maybe not for you, maybe for Aunt Sally, maybe for your daughter, maybe for whomever. But it's a great opportunity. If you have a website, Preta Plata, for example, if you have a website and you need it to be freshened up, you've got old stuff on there, you need to put some new pictures, you need some fresh content, whatever it is, now's your time. Now's your time, guys. Because when this whole thing cycles over, like we know it's going to, you don't want to be like, oh, crap, I missed my moment. It's a huge opportunity right now, huge. So we're going to focus on the positive. You hear me? Repeat after me. Focus on the positive. That's what we're going to do. Because why not? Like, why would you want to focus on the negative? Why would you want to focus on horror stories? I don't get that. I mean, I'm not talking about being cavalier or careless. Follow whatever precautions need to be followed. You know, do what makes sense. You know, trying to keep it clean, Charles. You know, do what you're supposed to do, but you can do that and maintain a positive outlook. You can be optimistic while handling your business, right? So yeah, and here's another thing. You made your own website. Awesome. Well, I'm not that type. I know I stay in my lane. There's certain things I do very well. There's certain things I can learn. Like you guys, you know, I've been doing all of my own editing lately, like everything. Now, maybe you'd be like, oh, that's what the problem is. I don't know. But I've been doing everything and I'm kind of pleased. I'm kind of proud of myself, I have to say. Obviously the live streams, I don't even bother to edit those because whatever, man, it's done. It's live, it's what it is. But the other ones where I like show you some stuff, all that cutting and pasting and music and whatever, that is all me. That's your girl right here. It takes a very long time. And so I know when I had an editor before and he was like, you have no idea how long this takes. That's very true. That's very true. I knew it was intensive, but until you really do it, you don't know. That's so for example, if you want to have a website or you want to do whatever type of content creation, learn it. I had to learn it because I just had to learn it. And fortunately, someone offered me a great software package. And I had I swear to you, it was maybe like a 2-hour tutorial, maybe. And which it was like, you know, just sharing all this information. And then it's like, okay, go home and figure it out. Sorry, that's motos in the distance if you can hear that. And so that's what I've been doing. So again, so now's a wonderful time to take advantage of this. It's like a freedom that we're getting. I know people may not see it that way, but there's a tremendous freedom in this, and not having to, you know, bounce up and shower and get out the door when you don't really feel like it. You know how we're always dragging and don't want to do it. Well, you know, now's the time. So focus on buying stocks on sale. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not a finance person, so I don't offer advice in that area. I don't really offer any advice other than this like positivity stuff I'm always talking, because I believe it works. I mean, I feel really happy. And trust me, lately there have been some things that have been bananas where I could focus on, you know, people acting crazy. But I went through that. I gave myself a little time. It's like, all right, that's enough of that. Okay, so I've talked about what you can do online potentially to take advantage of this opportunity that we have here. If you need to rest, if you just need to like take a deep breath and step back from the busyness of your life, or maybe a relationship, maybe you live with someone who's causing you stress and you feel like, oh God, now I got to be with this person all day long. Again, that's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to find a way maybe to have a conversation that needs to be had. Maybe you've been avoiding some stuff, or it's easy to find fault because you can say, see, and then you walk out the door every day. Well, guess what? Funny things happen for funny reasons. Maybe it's time to sit down and really work through stuff and deal with your part of whatever it is, because we all have a part in whatever relationship we're in, right? We all do. Or, you know, again, like I said, maybe it's time to just give yourself a rest. Maybe you want to finally finish that book that's been on your nightstand forever. I'm a chronic non-finisher myself. I have probably 3 books that I'm like part of the way through. And sometimes I finish them, sometimes I don't. That's my guilty confession, I guess. You know, I don't know. But there's a lot that can be done. The other thing is that I think it's a good time to get out. And you may say, what the hell are you talking about? You're not supposed to get out. You're supposed to stay in. But what I'm talking about, I'm just reading this. Quit spending Yes. Cook at home. Absolutely. Exercise more. Absolutely. Buy only what you need. Thank you, Dave Ramsey. That's Charles Travels. You guys check out his comment. All that's very true, and it's useful, and you're going to be happy because we all need to. Well, I won't say we all need to conserve our money, but if people are interested in wealth and wealth building and having more money, stop spending, right? And I myself am very guilty. I spend sometimes impulse, sometimes you go to the grocery store and you're hungry, so you're buying all this crap that, you get home like, why did I buy all this stuff? Great business would be importing electric bikes to replace those noisy, replace the noisy motor conchos. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that, but it's a great idea. They also need helmets here. There's no helmet law, or if there is, it's not enforced. Okay, wait, so let me go back. It's fine. I'm just going to flow, so I don't have I have no notes today. This is just me and you. I talked about not finishing the books. You can finish your books. You can cook. You can, what was I going to say though? Rest, exercise. I will say this, if you go to the gym, like I go to the gym frequently, do take a towel, do take something to clean up, wipe off the bench or whatever before you get on. I just do that anyway because I think it's gross, especially when people come to the gym, they don't have a towel. I mean, I get if you forget, because that happens, right? But there was a guy in there the other day, a dude in one of these those shirts that are cut way out here and just a little strap. He was all sweaty and he was big and kind of hairy. He was gross. And he was laying back on one of those benches, doing some press, whatever, nothing huge. But I was ew, and he had no towel on the bench. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to get on that after he gets off of it. And I don't even want to put my towel on top of it because then my towel's all contaminated from his bits and DNA sliming all over that thing. So please, people, if you go to the gym or wherever you go, be respectful, think of other people, wipe that stuff off after you get off, and not just with your sweaty, nasty towel, wipe it off. Okay, that's my public service announcement for today. But yeah, what I was gonna say is nature walks. I don't know, that's why I was asking where you guys are in the world, because if the weather is good enough, go take a walk. There may be a track nearby that's probably deserted right now, and you can run, you can take a walk, you may be close to some nature. Some of you, if you're in Cali, you can go maybe to a beach or the mountains. If you're in whatever part of the world you're in, there's got to be some place where you can go outside. You're probably not going to encounter too many people. So it's a good time to go and just be with yourself, be with your thoughts, and see what comes. A lot of times we talk about stillness and meditation and getting into that zone, and I think people, myself included, sometimes feel you have to sit and be very kind of formal about it, but you don't. I don't think so. I think that anytime you give yourself the space, it can be physical space, but it can also be just mental space where you're not cluttered with things, to just be quiet. Stop talking. And that means if you're with yourself, not by yourself, but if you're with yourself taking a walk or something, you take out the earbuds or whatever it is, pods, and don't have music on. Just listen. You might hear noisy motos in the distance, but you might hear birds singing. You might actually hear the wind blowing through some trees. You could hear people talking in the distance. You never know. But a lot of that I find is really kind of soothing because it just takes you out of your own stuff for a while. And then eventually what I have found is that what needs to come up inside of you will come up. And whether it's answers to something you've been trying to figure out for a long time, how do I resolve this problem? Or how do I make more money? Or, how do I talk to my wife? Whatever. Or, I don't know, it could be anything. And so, but you've got to give yourself, again, that space for it to happen. And if we're just always moving in our cars and it's hard. And I feel that's when our spirit, right, tries to speak to us, but we have to be quiet to hear, just like in any other conversation, you have to take a pause and allow the other person to have a chance to communicate whatever they want to say. And it's the same thing when we're alone with ourselves. If you want to hear from your spirit, from your guide, you're from God, you got to shut up and let God have a moment to get in there. And so again, I feel this is a great opportunity to take some time and just be quiet. Electric bike 1 hour, living on the 200. Oh, Tijuana Beach. Wow, I haven't been to Tijuana. I used to go to Tijuana when I was in high school because my first boyfriend was from San Diego. So my first relationship was a long distance relationship. Can you believe that? And we used to travel back and forth because we had like this progressive type parents, I guess. And I mean, it's a longer story, but anyway. And so, yeah, we used to, with some friends, used to drive across the border and do like Rosarito Beach and have bonfires in San Diego and everything. It was a great, carefree kind of an adolescence. It was really nice. So, yeah, beach walks. I don't know if those of you, if you live alone, if you're a single person, cook yourself a nice meal, light a candle and have a candlelight dinner with yourself and just treat yourself well. This is a time to be able to rejuvenate. It's a time also to look at what do you hear inside of you, maybe that's negative, that tells you something's wrong with you, that you're too whatever. That nasty voice inside. Maybe it talks about your body or your capacity, professionally or intellectually or sexually or whatever. It could be anything. Now it's time to get to that. You need to silence that voice. And here's a way you can do it. Here's another tip, okay? Get out a sheet of paper. I'm big on writing. Those of you who've been with me for a while, you know that I love to do the journaling stuff. It is very, very effective. There's something about channeling out your thoughts onto a sheet of paper. And yes, you could type, but it's not the same. I don't know why. It's getting a pen or pencil and writing it down like on like a pad, tablet or something. But you write down everything that is bothering you, anything negative that you feel about yourself, about another person in your life, whether it's your family member, your spouse, your children, your boss, your landlord. It could be anything, anybody, the state of the world, just whatever it is you find like it's just causing you grief in some way. You write all that stuff down, how you feel about yourself, whatever it is, write all the negative, only negative. I'll write all the negative stuff down. And, you can go into detail. I mean, the more you write, really, the better. Just get it out and out and out. It's like an excavation exercise. You want to get it out. And once it's out, you read over it and go, damn, that's a lot of shit, right? Or not. But you may be surprised because often when we begin to write that stuff down, it's like more comes up. It's like, wow, my grandmother used to tell me whatever, I'd never be anybody. Or that high school counselor said, something negative to me and it made me doubt my ability to go out and be a professional in the world or something. Whatever it is, you're going to write all that stuff down. When it's down, take one final look at it, fold it up, take it outside someplace safe. You can get like a pot out of your kitchen, something to contain it in. You know what I'm going to say, right? You burn it. I recommend putting it inside the pot so it's safe. Or if you're in a safe place outside, like maybe in a driveway, someplace where it's not going to light the world on fire, you burn it and you just let it go. And before you do that, you can say a prayer and just be like, I release you and thank you for whatever good that may have done you. If that provided some type of protective mechanism for you for many, many years, maybe you're mad about some abuse that you suffered. And somehow through that terrible trauma, some other part of you developed to be really, really strong. I don't know. But, you send it a blessing, be like, thanks, peace, we're good. I can let you go. And you set it ablaze and let that be it. Okay? And that may be enough for that day. But then the next day or the next time you feel ready, and not like, a month later, but soon thereafter, you're going to do another list. But this time you're going to write all the things that you love and things that make you feel good and whether you like to dance or, you love to garden or you really, really enjoy the relationship you have with your neighbor or anything like that. You're going to put all that positive stuff down on another sheet of paper, right? That one you're going to keep. You're going to paste it on your wall, tape it up on your refrigerator, on your bathroom mirror, whatever, and you look at it every day, okay? And you don't have to necessarily recite it, but, oh, thank you. But you say, you remind yourself of that. And so I read the Bible sometimes. I'm not like avid. I'm not like a hardcore Christian or anything. I'm much more spiritual, but I do believe that there's a lot of wisdom in there, right? And this thing about speak those things that be not as though they are, our words have so much power. And so that's why you have to be really careful about what you say about yourself, what you speak to your children, what you say even like in your moments of anger or frustration. because that stuff can have a huge impact and it can last, as we all know from things that have been said to us, right? Some nasty old person back in our past may have said something to us, maybe even well-meaning people, our parents, it could be, or teachers or whoever may have said some things to us that hurt us deeply. But, oh, you guys, I'm getting all this love. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is how I feel. I was like, I'm not going there. I'm not doing the rest of that other stuff. I refuse to talk about that. We are going straight for positive. And this is just what's on my heart. Is what I've been focused on lately. And makes me feel really happy. So I want to share it. Anyway, so we're going to focus on this. The second list, as I said, is the positive stuff. You put it someplace where you can see it. If you're in a situation, let's say you live with someone and you don't want to reveal maybe something that's on there, it's just really personal, tuck it away someplace. Put it, fold it up, put it inside of a book, put it, under your mattress, wherever, but don't forget about it. Pull it out like every day. Maybe you can in the morning pull it out, or take the book with you in your car or something. I don't know, but find a way to refer back to that list on a very regular basis. And if you can't speak it out loud because there's someone else there, as I said, I want you to speak it out loud, because the speaking part is where the real power is. Maybe you have a moment to go in the bathroom, just close the door. It doesn't have to be a loud shout. It can just be like I'm talking to you right now, right? Kind of intimate, and you say it to yourself. It's like a secret. It's a precious, sacred secret. But speak it out. Speak those things out, because they really do matter. Okay. That was 2. That was a negative. Get rid of that. The positive you keep. There was something about that. What was I going to tell you guys? Oh, shoot. I stopped to look at the compliments. I lost track. Anyway. Give me a second. It'll come to me. I'll just I don't know. If there's any feedback from you guys, I'll pause for a moment and see if I can let it come back that way. I can tell you this. I made 2 vision boards lately. I haven't done a vision board in like forever, because I don't know, just haven't. But it felt good to do them. One of them, I'll tell you, one of them has to do with a home. And so I actually spent some pretty good money on some beautiful, like, what do you call those? Like home magazines, of like gorgeous designs and location and just dream amazing stuff. And I cut out like my favorite kitchen and gorgeous bed with super comfy pillows and everything, and did all that kind of stuff. So I did one of those, swimming pool, the whole bit. And I also like to, I haven't done one of those, like I said, in a long time, but I also often cut out either letters or words, and I'll put them on the board that, may say something about, like, luxurious villa or something like that. So I did one of those, and I did another one that's more personal, which I will not share all the details with, but you can imagine. It's all good. It's all love. And so it made me feel really good to look at. Really good to look at. Okay. Yeah, I don't talk so much, right? In case you hadn't noticed, I'm a talker. I like to communicate, right? And one of the things, so here's something. So I wrote down a while ago in one exercise I was doing at someone else's recommendation. I think it was 3 things I was going to commit to doing to get to like one of my next goals. And one of my 3 things was stop talking so much, like listen more. Which includes listening to myself. That's why I said when you go on a walk, for example, don't take, hush, Quan, I hear you about the memory stuff. That's not true. My memory's fine, maybe. When you go on a walk or when you're doing whatever, take the ear pods out, just be quiet, just listen. We're full of stuff already. There's enough to listen to as it is without having to add more crap. And lately, we've been inundated with so much information or misinformation or hype or hysteria or whatever. Like, don't you want a break from all that crap? Don't you want a break? So, and I happen to love music, but there's times even, I don't have music playing all the time. Sometimes I really, really like to just hear some good music, but there's also times I'm just enjoying, like as I sit on my patio today, I've been listening to the wind in the leaves. It's just a beautiful sound. It's like nature's symphony. And so I do recommend Yeah, talking less. Talking less. Hi. Hey, Jaren. Jaren, where are you writing in from? Let me know where you guys are. I'm just curious. So that's my overwhelming, I guess, overarching message. There was something else, though. What is it? Doggone it. I'm going to go, okay, bye. And then it's going to come up. But maybe I'll save it for next time. In any event, yeah, I think, excuse me, I think it's really important that we focus on what is good. We're going to, Connecticut, Jersey City, that's my Northeastern people. Denny, hi, Jenny. Is it cold up there, you guys? Is it still like wintry or what's up? DC, okay, I love hearing that stuff. Thank you guys for letting me know. Oh, okay, so I cannot give you any details. I promise myself I'm not gonna say anything. But if you would just send me some love for, yes, just send me some love for a new possibility. Okay, I don't even want to say much more than that. It's a possibility. It would be in the United States, a something. No, it's not a move back necessarily. Oh, that's what I want. There it is. See there? I knew it would come back. Okay, so first of all, if you would just send me some love for something in the United States that is a possibility. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Until such time as I have more information to share. But that's what it was. The second thing I want to tell you guys is that I do feel like I'm going to start shifting my channel a little bit and doing more of a little bit of evolution or maybe devolution back to more of the vlogging stuff for two reasons. One, as I said many times, I really like the live stream because although it's mainly, well, of course, it's only me talking, I get to have some level of communication with you guys. And I like that. I like the interaction a lot. I kind of feed off of that. It makes me feel good to hear from you and to know what you're up to and to be able to answer any questions you may have and just share, as opposed to like packaging kind of a video and putting it out there. But the other thing is that, as the name implies, Free Island Girl, I want to be free. I want to be able to do what I want to do. And if I limit myself to just what's happening in the DR, it becomes a little stagnant after a while, to be really honest with you. And so I don't know what it's going to look like exactly going forward. I just know that I want to be able to, I want to have the space to share different things. And so it may be like today where I come on and say, hey, let's switch your focus from the other stuff and let's focus on what's good and what you can do and what is possible and what opportunities are available right now. Or it can be any number of things. Hi, Hugh. Yeah, but if it's just DR, I mean, I will certainly from time to time continue to share information here as I feel like it's interesting or relevant or useful. I'll do that. I went to a place actually yesterday, beautiful location. I'm going to be working on that. That's another one of those going to take lots of editing because it took a million clips. Doing some editing, and I will share that with you. It's a luxury spot, I'll tell you that. It's a very tucked away, genteel kind of a luxury location. I think you'll enjoy seeing that one. But I'll save the rest of it so you have something to look forward to, a little surprise. But yeah, I feel like I want to just expand beyond this DR subject matter. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that. As I said, you know, the Free Island Girl just kind of came up. I didn't like search and try to think of a name. It just popped in my head one day and I was like, yeah, I like that. And I used it. But part of the freedom that I'm enjoying now, and I think a lot of other people either want to enjoy or don't know how they're trying to get there, is the ability to like live on an island and work from home pretty much always. Like I can look like this and, you know, be in a business meeting or service a client because they don't know and they don't really care. They just want me to do the work. And so one of the things I want to share is how I'm able to do that. And so that may mean that I continue to do it from this country. I feel like I even may be, here's another thing for you guys to send me some love on, right? I want to transition to being able to do more business out of the United States, meaning I probably have to go there more often to generate some of that. And I'm kind of looking forward to it because I miss some of my friends. I miss my people. I miss some of my communities. Sorry, I keep pulling on this because I feel like it's sorry. Oh my gosh. It's a little too droopy there. Oh my gosh. Sorry, you guys. Okay. Where was I? Yeah, so I'd like to be able to travel back and forth a little bit more and yeah, and give myself the freedom to do what I want to do. So, if it's a part-time thing here, I don't know. I'm just saying I don't want to be in any box. I don't. And who knows? It could be another country. It could be 3 countries. It could be multiple residences. Why not? I do feel joyful. I feel absolutely full of joy. I do. And it's so funny. Let me tell you this. Okay, so let me finish the one thing. Hang on. Put a pin in joyful. I'm going to come back to that. But in terms of this evolution of the channel, I just want to let you know. And so if there are people like, I don't care about what the heck she's talking about. I just want to hear about the DR. That's fine. If you go to the playlist, you can see there's I think it says travel information. All the videos are there about stuff you can do and my opinions on things. And there's the vlog section, which is this type stuff. You can do that. There's also many, many, many channels, I think, that talk about aspects of the Dominican Republic. So if you just want to hear DR stuff, I'm just letting you know. If you want to hang out with me a little bit, fantastic, because I do feel like I'm going to be doing a lot more of this. I worked really hard to get to the point where I can live stream. And so I want to live stream and talk about what I'm doing in my life and what's happening. And, I don't have an exact format. I hope you guys will kind of indulge me as I sort of feel my way through this. And just like I evolved to this point, I'm going to evolve to whatever's next. And I'm excited about it. So, okay, so there's that. Then hold on, the joyful part. Yes. So I've had 2 friends from here in the country specifically called me in the past 2 days, freaked out. And I was like, you guys got it all wrong. You got to focus on what's beautiful. Look at where we are. We could be in many places, but look at where we are. We get to enjoy all this beauty in nature. So we're going to focus on that. And then I had some people calling me from the US saying, wouldn't you rather be here? Do you feel like you need to quickly come home? And I was like, the last place I want to be is there with all that mania going on. Pardon me. And so being joyful is a choice. It's a decision, just like anything else. You can have a lot of shit happening in your life, but you can, real estate. I'm still doing real estate here. I'm still doing real estate right here. I actually helped someone over I tried to. I had a person who contacted me who was interested in renting a place short-term here. And I worked and sent all kinds of, options and, because of some of the limitations that she had and her taste, she decided not to come to Las Terrenas and was going to look someplace else. So it's high season, prices are up right now a little bit, and it just didn't work out for her. But I still do that. And I also had someone who contacted me about a house here. They said it's $1 million view, and I know the location where it is. If anybody's interested, it's the house for it. They're asking $890,000. Yes, $890,000. I haven't seen it yet. It's supposed to be phenomenal. We'll see. But anyway, I do real estate by request. I'm not focused only on real estate. I do real estate by request. I have absolutely, I've got contacts to do all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that can happen. But again, that's part of the freedom that I want to have. If I want to do real estate here or do a deal there, if I want to fly to Zanzibar and check that out for a week, y'all will see me report from Zanzibar. So that's what's what. Yeah, and so in terms of being joyful again, I had some stuff happen recently. I did the video where I just broke down in tears in Santo Domingo, and then right on the heels of that, all this other crazy stuff started happening. I was like, what is going on? Why are people flipping out? And why is it happening to me? I'm a good person. As I said, I let myself kind of, feel that for a while. And then I'm like, no, this is not who I am. I am not one to just stay put in being pissed off or being sad or being fearful or worried about what's going to happen. I'm just not doing that. And so I shifted back to, ta-da, this is where I am. And granted, I don't have any major life kind of catastrophic things happening. I'm in really good health. My family's healthy. I'm happy. I get to live in a beautiful place and, all of that. But I say I get to, all of this was part of work that I did to get here. I don't mean toil and, working for money. I did that too. That's my kitty cat. It's Lola. I did that too, but I'm talking about like mental work to prepare myself to come here. And so any of those things that you guys want to do, that's what I said, circles back to the beginning. The opportunity is now to begin to like write down on the list. What do you want to do? Where do you want to live? Do you want to live in Compton? Great, live in Compton. Do you want to stay on the beach in Tijuana? Great, stay there in Greenwich, Connecticut, Jersey City, DC. If that's where you want to be, or you guys are doing what you want to do, fantastic. But if it's not, or if it's like part of the time you want to be there and part of the time you want to do something else, how is that going to happen, right? And it's not, listen, I'm the queen of freaking out because I can't figure out how. I'm always wanting to figure things out. I'm very kind of like cerebral and wanting to know how it's going to work. And I've had to work hard to let myself like pull back from trying to figure everything out in different aspects of my life. That it's not for us to always know, but you can determine that you want it. Okay, I want my life to look like this. I want to, have this business, or I want to have, be in a certain kind of, relationship or health, or you want to live someplace or whatever it is. Write it down. Make your vision board if that feels good. Sometimes the creativity is nice, a nice way for things to flow. But begin to create in your mind's eye first, and then you can, it opens the doors. That it says, again, the Bible, if you take one step towards God, this is in pretty much all faiths, he'll take one step towards you. And yes, I say he, don't get caught up on that. But, if you make a move in that direction, I'm sure many of you are already doing this, whether you call it like faith type stuff or not. Next thing you know, oh my gosh, I ran into so-and-so and they have an opportunity. They want me to do blah, blah, blah. You feel me, right? So I think I've talked a lot. I've shared a lot. I hope you guys got some good stuff out of that, some value. But that's where I am. And I really clearly recognize now that I'm in the place of wanting to create something new. Yeah, from where I am. I do. I feel like I've kind of, I don't want to say I've totally plateaued, but I'm kind of like, okay, what else is there? I'm wanting a new kind of not so much like a challenge, but I want more. I want to evolve beyond where I am. And so that's what I'm saying in terms of the channel, in terms of work that I do, dipping back in LA. I love the media entertainment thing because it's artistic, it's creative. I'm a creative person. I'm like intellectual and that kind of thing, but the creativity is just part of me. So that's what I have to say to you guys today. How was that for positivity and beauty? I mean, I think it's important, as I make my parting comments, to look around us, especially in times like these, and find what's beautiful. Find the beauty, whether it's physical beauty, like the trees outside, like yourself, like your partner, like the furniture. You may have some beautiful art in your house. You may live on a street with like gorgeous lined, architecture, or like I said, trees, or whatever it is that moves you and makes you feel good. Notice that stuff, like purposefully notice those things right now. And yeah, it's like just overly appreciate everything. Whether it's raining, rain is like cleansing, right? Be grateful for the rain. Be grateful for the sunshine. Be grateful for like a cool breeze, whatever it is. I think it's really important to pay attention to that stuff, especially in times when everyone else would have you completely forget about it and focus on something negative. I just don't see the benefit in focusing on the negative. Okay, so I'm gonna stop for a second and look at these questions. Condo in Domingo. Okay, all right, listen. So Craigo, send me a message at freeislandgirl.com specifically about your particulars, and I can put you in touch with some people or help you out. I'm living, no, I'm not in Puerto Plata. I live in a place called Las Terrenas. It's on the eastern coast of the island, eastern peninsula. The peninsula is called Samana, S-A-M-A-N-A. And on the peninsula of Samana is Las Terrenas. That's where I am. It's beautiful here. It's a little beach town. What else? Argentina. I've never been to South America. Sad to say, I've never been there. Yeah, so maybe I'll be like, hey, guess what? I'm in Argentina today, if I can learn to say it. Artsy progressive. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, I do feel really, I feel good. I feel good. And I'll tell you, it's been a little trying lately because my son is home from school. I mean, the school made a big announcement recently about, what's going on, but he had been home a little bit before that. And I was like, oh my God, you have got to get out of here. But even with that, I was like, all right, so here's how this is going to work. And so I set him up with certain things that he needs to take care of. And, he's got some lessons and whatever. And I was like, look, when I'm in focus mode, I need you to be able to soothe, to handle your own stuff, right? I mean, he's 10, so it's not like he needs a lot of attention in that kind of way. But yeah, guys, so that's my message to you today. Mwah, wishing you love. Find the beauty, okay? Find the beauty. Even in the chaos, even in the negativity, even when they tell you the sky's falling, hey, listen, if it's gonna be that bad, you better make sure that while it's what it is, that you enjoy it, right? Wouldn't you rather enjoy it than get caught up in hysteria? I just refuse. Listen, you may have every part of me, you may be able to take me out and do whatever, but you will not have my mind. You won't. That's one thing I can control. And so I believe that we all have that power. I believe that if you use it properly, you can shift what is happening in your world. And think about it, if enough of us collectively shift like that, it's like molecules, right? Positives collect together or negatives over here. If we all clump together, we have got to have an impact at least upon the narrative and the feeling, the vibe of what's going on. If not in the whole world, at least you start in your house, in yourself, right? And then in your home, and then in your neighborhood, and then with your friends, and then it just kind of goes from there. And if you notice that people aren't like clumping in your same circle, you can let them go, or at least you deal with them only to the extent that you have to. But find the beauty, you guys. Find the beauty, share it, okay? Do that exercise I told you about, the writing the negative things down, burn that stuff, let that stuff go. You've had it for long enough, decades, right? Let it go. Keep the positive stuff, say it all the time, speak that positivity over your life, check the things online, use time, it's a great opportunity. We have an amazing opportunity now. Like, when are we all gonna be on vacation at the same time? Let's party, okay? In New Jersey, oh my gosh, awesome. Yeah, I think I was in Jersey Airport one time. I think that's it. I may be in New York. Send me the love. I told you guys. All right, that's it. Mwah! I love you. I love you so much. I feel great. Don't you feel better after watching this? I bet you do. I do too. All right, guys. Bye. I love you. I love you. Love you. Bye.